This is the video that I didn't want to make, and I certainly didn't want to publish it. However, I've produced a video about the Lisbon Treaty stating that the UK has less than 5 months to leave the EU, and there has been absolutely no discussion publicly from UKIP leadership about the Lisbon Treaty and the 1st of November and the need to actually have a referendum now, not at any time after the 1st of November. So it's with a heavy heart I have to suggest the following. This is something I thought of a couple of weeks ago, and it's now something I'm going to share with you. If we go back 7 or 8 months, there was a lot of discussion about having a referendum on Europe now rather than later. There were protests, people were kicking off, and this is all over the country, not just in London. What do you see now after the EU elections and UKIP getting a large number of seats? You see nothing. The situation has in fact been diffused. And how convenient is this for our political masters who wish for us to enter into the global superstate that Europe is going to become and be trapped in there and be unable to remove ourselves? I would suggest this is very convenient indeed. And looking at the timing of everything, that you've got the EU election, then a few months later the Treaty of Lisbon kicks in and we probably can't leave, and then you have the national elections. I'm going to get my crystal ball out and I'm going to say this is what is going to happen. If nothing changes, we're all going to troll merrily along thinking that UKIP are going to get substantial gains in Parliament in the next general election in 2015, and maybe we're even going to get a decent referendum, and maybe it will even be binding and we'll pull out. And we're all sort of lazing around and kind of holding our breath and waiting for that to happen. However, in the middle we have the Lisbon Treaty. And how many bets, sometime around about Christmas, maybe a bit earlier, there's going to be a raft of publicity that says Britain can no longer leave Europe, and therefore a referendum is in fact a total waste of time and nobody's going to have one. And then what happens to UKIP come the general election? Because if the party's major platform, which it is that the UK has to get out of Europe, and the UK cannot possibly get out of Europe, then obviously UKIP are not going to do very well. If they're going to do anything at all, the party might even dissolve. So I think that us holding our breath and waiting around is a huge mistake, because it is entirely possible that UKIP is just a big stalking horse, a big red herring designed to diffuse all the protests around Europe and designed to make us sit and wait around until it is too late. And too late is in around 4.5 months' time. And that's not for a referendum. That would be too late to get out of Europe. A referendum would need to take place within the next 3 months. So I think we need to get off our backsides all over this country of ours before it ceases to be a country of ours. Thanks very much.